3 years.
Even though the LS arrived in February, progress has been slow. I had to detour on some other maintenance projects. The XJ needed a new left rear air strut and a new ASM. The Range Rover Sport needed the rear parking brake hardware replaced. I also had a transmission skid plate fabricated to protect the drain plug. And I replaced the stock 19-inch alloys with KO2 tires mounted on 18-inch Tough Ant wheels. When I did get back onto the LS, I started with a battery and fabricated a hold down from a kit purchased from Amazon. Next up was wiring the winch up and testing. Then I ordered a Nanocom computer to program the key fobs. The seat covers were not in the greatest shape. The driver's side bottom seat squab was destroyed, and there were small tears in both seats' upper and lower covers. I sourced an OEM-style set in alpaca beige from Master Auto Upholstery in Houston, Texas. I found them on eBay. I pulled the passenger side bottom squab from my parts discovery and used it to replace the worn driver's side squab. Left and right Discovery 2 squabs are interchangeable. I stripped the seats, gave the bases a quick cleanup and paint job, and then set about rebuilding them. While they are in no way a professional job, the seats turned out nice enough for what will be a trail truck. The seats turned out great. I didn't change the headrests because they were still fine on both seats, but everything else has been changed. And I've got some paint to try to match the color for the bottom trim and at least make that less noticeable. I don't know what happened to the original one. That one is off of my parts truck. And that is the passenger side cushion from the parts truck, all trimmed out. So next up is going to be the finishing the dash. I just had to take the rear door apart and repair that lock. So now the truck can actually lock. So progress, it's slow. Next up is just doing some quick differential fluid service before I head to the rally in about a week. After getting the seats completed, I've been doing some shorter drives in the LS. It is fun. Definitely a cool truck to drive. Got a couple little teething issues with it. The seal on the driver's side needs to be replaced for the front axle. The Ashcroft axles can tear the seals up when they go in. They're big and they've got a rough surface on them. I'll be pulling that apart when the new seal comes in. I'm also tracking down a possible transfer case leak. I need to get up underneath there and take a look at that. I'm also going to have to replace this cross member in the front because even though there are spacer blocks on it, it's still not tall enough to clear when the suspension drops all the way. The drive shaft is going to hit that. So I need to get that on the lift, see how far down the suspension drops, and clear that. Inside, the seats turned out great. Very comfortable. I've been driving it around. I'm not going to finish this until I find out what's going on with that transfer case in case I have to drop it and throw some new seals in there. I might go ahead and get the new head unit in it. A shout out to Golden Rovers for their Ultra Gauge 2 holder. That works very nicely. That's all been routed, so now I can do the calibrations and know how fast I'm going. It's all coming together slowly, but I'm getting there.